The things that we get to explore in this like incredible world, in this incredible life, it's just so cool. And arguably one of the coolest things that we get to experience with the most richness and complexity to it is relationships with each other. And so that's why I'm very excited to share with you in this video the top 3 steps towards manifesting better relationships in our life. We're talking about relationships that are much more in alignment, improving it with ourselves, our family members, our friends, our enemies, romantic relationships. I mean, this seriously applies to everything. And I'm very excited to share it with you. The first step towards manifesting better relationships in your life, and I want to emphasize also that this will improve the current relationships in your life as well, is to shift your vibration and perspective. Now, I get what you're thinking. Okay, that's pretty broad, dude. What does it mean? Everything that's coming into your reality, everything that you're experiencing, is being experienced by you because of the vibration that you are offering. There are all kinds of things going on out there in the world. There are people experiencing massive wealth. There are people experiencing massive poverty. There's people in total states of joy. There's people who are feeling tortured and are just struggling to live. There's people who are experiencing themselves as being super attractive. There's people who feel that they are not attractive. So there's all these different experiences out there. It's true that there's a desert. I'm here in one right now in Sedona. It's true that there's a forest. It's true that there's swamps. What you've got to realize in accordance with the law of attraction is that all of it exists and can be experienced by you. But the things that you are experiencing, the things that are actually in your reality, in this kind of snow globe that is your personal individual world, those things are here being experienced by you because of the vibration that you're putting out, because of the law of attraction. Now, when you realize that there's tons of other snow globes out there that can be experienced, there's people out there that are being pretty horrible and judgy to each other and are bringing each other down and hurting each other. And there's people out there that are unconditionally loving everyone and sharing so much joy and excitement. So you can get to that snow globe easy, but the first step is to shift your perspective in understanding that you do have the power to do that. And that taking responsibility for the things that are currently happening in your life. If you've got difficult relationships, if you've got any difficult situations at all, as long as you're in a state where you are saying to life that you have no power to change that and that this is just happening to you and this is just the way that it is, well, as long as you're saying that, understand that that's the vibration you're putting out. So you will find yourself living in the snow globe that emphasizes to you that you don't have any power in your experience at all. That's why step 1 is to realize that you do have power. You have the power to change the story by telling a new story. Now that you understand that you can experience other snow globes, you realize that there are people out there existing that would be incredible relationships for you. Well, what's the next step? Well, you've got to vibrationally match them because, again, everything that's in your snow globe experience is here because of the vibration you've been offering. So you are a perfect vibrational match for everything you're experiencing. Whether you're experiencing certain good things that you'd say are good on this side of your list and certain bad things that you'd say on this side of your list, and that means all the things in your life if you were to take a tally of what you like and what you don't, well, you are allowing the flow of many things that you do like. But you're also restricting the flow and holding yourself apart from the list of things that you don't like from getting better because you're vibrationally still putting it out. And you know that because it's what you're still experiencing. That's why it's important for you to realize that if you want to experience balance and harmony with others, and that is a relationship, by the way, that you're really going to like. You are really going to love to experience balance and harmony with another person. It's an incredible sensation. So you'll go from having just brief moments of it sometimes with people to just all the time with everyone. And it's perfect and it's incredible. The way you get to those balanced, harmonized relationships, you've got to find balance and harmony right now within yourself. Now that you've discovered that good feeling and balance within yourself, now you can share that vibration. So as you put that out, you will start attracting others who are also a match for that vibration and are ready for that same kind of evolved relationship as you. And it really starts the first step towards attracting these better relationships. It really starts. That wheel starts rolling down the hill. You start bringing them to yourself. by feeling good on your own, within yourself, balance, structure, harmony within yourself. Because when you truly feel that within yourself, because of the law of attraction, even if there's people in your experience who are doing nasty things, you are not a vibrational match to perceive or receive it that way. You see the good in it. I have a certain acquaintance that does some arguably pretty strange stuff. And what's interesting is I've gone from being very bothered by it, from feeling genuine, straight up love and compassion. And the more I see this behavior, which what's interesting is don't even resonate enough with this person anymore to even be in the same bubble ever. But what's cool is that now when I think about those things that this person had done, I feel just good. It's hard to explain. I just feel good naturally for no apparent reason. I'm not even trying to find reasons to convince myself to feel good. It just is the way that it is. And that comes from learning how to find your good feeling within yourself, and you don't need it from other people anymore. So I've actually got a video tagged below in this description also, and it's called How to Stop Caring What Other People Think. The vibration is much more positive in that video than it sounds, and that is the video to check out if that's the step you feel that you're on. When you can get to a place where you're not letting other people bring you down or any external circumstances, you just feel good on your own, that's when you'll be ready to move into step 2.
We interrupt this broadcast with a very important message.
I'm literally in the shower.
Well, there's no better time like the present.
Like this video, subscribe, and comment right now. There's no time like the present. The second step towards manifesting better relationships, improving the relationships you have, is to find what you're looking for now. So this is actually one of the coolest mechanics when it comes to the law of attraction and vibration. Let's take a look at why you would want better relationships in the first place. It's probably because you have the current experience of some not so good relationships. So this is natural manifestation process in life. You are constantly expanding and exploring new areas. And when you experience something that you don't like, that is a very powerful moment. It's very powerful because you just instinctually in your inner being launch this new desire. When you experience a relationship with someone like the one that I was talking about with that friend, what's really exciting about it is that, was it a struggle to go through? Yeah, it was pretty uncomfortable, and I didn't really like that I was experiencing that for a while, to be perfectly honest. But now I have such a clear vision and feeling towards how I feel towards others and the people that I'm interested in co-creating and interacting with. So I have a much better vision and understanding of who are the people that I want to spend my time investing in. And if you want to see what kind of people I really like interacting with, just as a funny example to throw this out there, then you can look at the comment section of most of my videos recently, because I've found my amazing friends. I found my soul family. You found me. And it's only actually because of that relationship with that friend, which I'm not going to waste my energy even telling you guys what happened. It's really cool because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have gone through the transformation and the contrast to launch out the defined desire of that I really wanted to interact with you, that you are who I really enjoy. So I would not have that understanding or that clear resonance and feeling really good about it if it weren't for that experience. So understand that when right now you might not be experiencing things exactly the way you want them to, and that's okay. You can at least be grateful simultaneously through the struggle that you're having with whoever it is or whatever is going on. This works for other relationships too, by the way, relationships with money, relationship with your career, so on and so forth. What is really cool is you can at least have that gratitude that when you're experiencing something that you don't like, that's uncomfortable, that it's leading to a much clearer and defined picture of who you are. So everything that is a challenge always leads to an incredible breakthrough and feeling amazing. And that's something that I look back and notice that all the hardest times in my life I've ever gone through, times where I was really depressed and didn't want to be alive for a while, I've had those times, believe it or not. Can't even remember or relate to that version of me anymore. It just feels like a completely different reality. And it is. And I'm so grateful for those times that I went through. Even though I hated it while I was going through it and I felt like it was the end of the world, I have such a deep peace and joy in myself. And it's because of that expansion process and that difficult time I went through that I was able to break into the version of me that I am now. So here's what we really want to emphasize about finding what you're looking for now. Because of the law of attraction, because of the vibration you're putting out brings like vibrations to it, what happens is if you are looking at the relationships in your life right now that you don't like, while you're looking at those, you can't be a vibrational match for the reality where you're looking at relationships you really do like. Do you see that? Here's this, I'm going to keep using the snow globe example. It's not quite like that, but I think it helps. I think it helps to understand this vibrationally. There's this snow globe over here with amazing relationships, improved with the people you have, attracting all kinds of new incredible people into your life that you don't even realize yet are coming to you. They're here. But while you're in this snow globe and you keep looking at the things that you don't like about the relationships you currently have, I don't like how this person's judgy. I don't like how they spread rumors. As you look at those qualities in that person or these people, you are vibrationally clinging to that snow globe. Because while you're looking at them, you're putting out the vibration that says, I am experiencing relationships I don't like. I am experiencing relationships I don't like. So that keeps you reverberating in that snow globe. You want to get to this snow globe over here where people treat each other wonderfully and there's all this incredible stuff going on and it just gets better and better. And I'm telling you, it exists. It exists and it's going to blow your mind and your heart is going to love it when you finally give yourself this gift that I've just recently realized how to give myself. You can't get to this snow globe while you keep staring at the things you don't like in this one, because as you look at them, you ground yourself to it. If you want to vibrationally match this one, then you need to stop looking at the things that you don't like about people completely. When you're constantly judging things and you're saying what you don't like about them and you're looking at what is bothersome to you, again, you ground yourself to that snow globe. So I'm just going to be totally straight up with you guys. And I realize this is a super shallow sounding example, but this is my life and I'm just being genuine with you guys and sharing stuff. Something that I noticed for a while was I was paying attention to my fiance, certain qualities of things that she was doing that I didn't like. And what's interesting is as I kept looking at those qualities kept getting worse and worse and worse, as in they kept expanding. She was doing even more and more of that stuff. And then she started doing other stuff that bothered me to the point where suddenly I was like, I don't want to be touched. And I want to leave early in the morning and get my own space. Now, what's interesting is now I can see I was the creator of that. She never did anything wrong. She was always being her perfect, incredible self. It was me who was focusing on things and choosing to create a problem. So as I looked at those things, they didn't change. Now, again, I realize that this is kind of a shallow example, but I'm just going to be straight up with you. The power that you have to emphasize in your reality, it's insane. It's insane. Here's the shallow example. I keep dodging it. Some of the stuff I share with you guys, I'm like, I can't believe I share this. It probably makes me seem like so weird. So basically, I started paying attention to something physical about Ruby, who's my fiance. And this isn't in alignment with the other example of what I was looking at that I didn't like, by the way. But I started paying attention to a quality that she has that turns me on, to be totally straight up with you. I started paying attention to it. I started thinking about it. I started noticing it. And this quality has gotten a million times even better than when I started looking at it. So she's just like, I'm just going to be straight up. I mean, she's like a freaking babe. And she just is more and more of a babe every single day. And I'm like, how is she literally getting more beautiful and sexy and just attractive every single day? And so now I'm in this momentum where I swear to God, everything about her, I mean, I'm not just looking at that. I started paying attention to how I like the way we communicate together. And guess what? Our communication has gotten even better. I started paying attention to how I like the fact that we're like kids together and we have fun and we play cards and board games and video games and we love having fun conversations. We have laser tag. We've been playing laser tag. We've been running around at nighttime with the laser tag kit. So I started paying attention to these things and that's what grows. So what's interesting is I was in a snow globe previously where I had manifested myself in that reality because I was personally in a negative place. I was not in balance and harmony with myself. That's why number one is so important. That's why you've got to master that first. Remember, those videos are tagged in the description for you, okay? That's why you've got to find that balance and harmony within yourself. I did that, which you can learn about in those videos. And then what's interesting is instead of paying attention to all the stuff I didn't like, which kept expanding and getting bigger and bigger, and that vibration was bringing me deeper and deeper into other snow globes with even worse problems and feeling sick and toxic and like I wanted to be alone. Instead of going in that direction, I started paying attention once I had the harmony within myself to see the harmony within her. Because you can't see or perceive something in life that you are not a vibrational match for. That's why I know that everyone who's watching these videos and hearing me say this stuff, you already know what I'm saying. You already know it. It's just a reminder. It's just a reflection. You couldn't be here even hearing what I'm saying. And I think sometimes, even me, I'll go and listen to a video. Let's say I'm listening to like Abraham Hicks. Well, if I'm not in a great mood, sometimes I can listen to her talk, the same video 3 times over, and I don't process or receive any of it. It's like a different language. So you've got to vibrationally match that first. You've got to find the vibration within yourself. You see how that works? That's why the second step, which is so powerful and life-changing in all the areas of your life, is to pay attention to the things that you do like. A lot of people are walking around spending their energy and attention thinking about all the things they don't like. I don't like that there's traffic right now. I'm hitting every red light. Oh, I don't like that my stomach feels sick last night from the meal that I ate. Oh, I hated the conversation I had with so-and-so this morning. I'm so bummed I have to go to work. I wish I could be happier. I wish I could do what I love. I wish I could go travel. I wish I could have a vacation. You see what that vibration is? Wishing is never going to bring what you're asking for to you. You've got to find that feeling within yourself. And the way you do this in accordance with this conversation, with relationships, is very simple, truly. Pay attention to the qualities you like about other people. The most powerful way to shift the relationships and things in your life is not to say, my partner is toxic. This is not the right relationship for me. Get away from me. That might be true in certain dimensions of your reality, but just hold on and bear with me for a moment, because I'm not trying to tell you that you need to stay in toxic relationships. What I'm saying is that if you leave the relationship you're in because you hate this, and this, you're not moving to a new snow globe at all. You're in the same one because you keep putting out that same vibration. That's what you're paying attention to. You've got to leave them if that's the right move for you. I know it was the right move for me to leave that friend relationship 1,000,000%. I know it to my core. But what's interesting is that when you leave from, I don't like this, you can't get away. It keeps happening, and it comes in other people. It comes in all shapes and sizes. But when you leave because you have peace and harmony within yourself, and you can see peace and harmony in them, and you know that the best in life is coming to you because you're unconditionally supported by Source, and you know that the best in life is on its way to them because they're unconditionally supported by Source, and you know that no one's right or wrong, you're all just experiencing your own individual experience, and how incredible is that? When you leave, let's say you're in a toxic romantic relationship, when you leave because they're abusive and make you feel like crap, that's a logical reason to leave, but you're going to attract more and more of that, even in other relationships. I've seen it. I know that. I was in the people pleaser category. I dated a lot of like narcissistic personalities and attracted lots of narcissistic friend personalities. But these are all just labels that keep you grounded to this reality, you see? So when you instead leave that relationship because you love yourself, when you leave because you have such a deep love and compassion for yourself, and you have such a deep love and compassion for them, and all you see is the goodness and the gratitude you have for that co-creation, that now you know even more what you do want, now you know even more what you do deserve, and you leave with that energy, that's how you leave a relationship and get to a better one. You don't get to a better relationship by focusing on this negative stuff. And then weeks go by from that horrible relationship, and you're still thinking about all the things you hate and how horrible they were, and I'm traumatized and I need help, and this is horrible, I can't believe they did this to me. Well, you're going to keep bringing more of it to you. So again, I realize I've talked about this part a lot and said it in many different ways, and it's because this is so potently powerful, I want to make it absolutely clear that the moment you choose to stop finding the bad in everything, even with your job, this is with all relationships, seriously. The moment you stop thinking about all the things you don't like and instead take your attention and focus and you look at the things that you do like, your life will transform. Because as you look at those things, you begin to offer the vibration of, think of it easily, think of it simply. This is a very practical dimension of it. I like this about this person. As that's your focus, you're offering a vibration that says, I'm experiencing something I like. So what do you attract to you? What snow globe do you move into? A snow globe, a reality with even more qualities that you like, because That's the vibrational match. Once you understand this step 2, once you really understand this part of it, you will be ready for step 3, which changes absolutely everything. Step 3 in attracting more improved relationships, improving the ones you've got, is to give the gift of you. The question isn't, is this possible? The question is, what do I really want to do? What do I really want to do? Because I know now that I could go anywhere in the world. I could achieve any financial position I want, any relationship, any career position, any of it. I know how to do that now. And it's interesting because in knowing that, I have kind of lost interest in a lot of really big goals that I had, like manifesting tons of money or a huge YouTube channel, for example. Now that I really see how powerful I am, it's like suddenly I don't I don't really care. And again, that's not the right way to phrase it. But I wake up in the morning and I'm here. And I like things the way that they are. You see, because I'm a very powerful creator, and you are this same power, by the way. I'm a very powerful creator. And so everything that I experience in this moment, the next moment, and the next, and the next, in this moment, in this now moment, all of it, I am creating that based on the fundamental mechanics of reality. Now, whether you are consciously creating your life or you're on autopilot, where you let the momentum of things that don't really resonate with you keep going, something that I've realized is that all of it is perfect. All of it, because I am the source of all of it. And I've discovered that everything is good. Even the things that are bad or that I don't like, there is such a pristine neutrality and acceptance towards it now that I never had felt before. I dipped my toe in the water of this kind of profound acceptance and bliss before, but it's expanding now to a point where I don't feel the need to change anything in my life. I don't feel the need to try to make things better. More so in a place where I'm interested in being here, because here is perfect. And I know that because it's what I'm giving to myself. So anything that you're creating in your life, if you're anything like me, and I do recommend that you test these things that I share with you, because you'll see how powerful you are, and everybody would experience a better joy of life if they knew how powerful they were, in my opinion. But now that I know, I'm more in a place where I'm just letting go and accepting things the way they are, because I like it. I like all of it. It's all part of my expansion. It's all part of the contrast. And I have this deep, deep knowing that my desires, the things that are exciting to me, I can already feel them here and now inside of myself. I don't need them to look that way externally, because I feel it so clearly within me. So why would I need it that way? Because I've got that within myself. I've got that stability and power now, unconditionally. And what's interesting is, as I feel that, I feel it coming towards me. Why? Because I'm a vibrational match for that snow globe now. Because the version of me that was trying so hard to get over there was actually grounding myself to not being there. But now I feel it so profoundly within me. Now I don't really have a super interest in needing it to be that way. I'm just enjoying the ride. And this is what step 3 is really all about. And you can only really, in my personal opinion, get to this place by moving through step 1 and step 2. Because I've noticed you can't just jump all the way to this place. I tried a few times, but it wasn't real. It was like holding onto a cliff by a single pinky finger, and anything will knock you down because you don't have that stability yet. This is at least the way that it worked for me. So now I've perceived and processed the journey. Now I'm in this stable place, and now I realize the gift that I am personally. See, I wanted so much success in so many areas of my life for a long time. I wanted to feel worthy. I wanted to feel appreciated. I wanted to go out into the world and have people know my name and be excited and feel like I was making a positive impact. And now I realize so powerfully that I am, and that you are, and that that's not something we have to try to do. It's not something we have to work really hard to do. It's something that we do naturally, actually, when you be yourself. That's what it means to give the gift of you. I've discovered, at least for myself, I would never claim to know this for everyone, because that would just be silly. You're special. You are, okay? There's no one like you. What I've discovered for myself is that the best thing I could possibly give to anyone is me being myself. Just me. Just being here. Just enjoying the ride. And as I do that, I just see so much incredible transformation, and I get to be part of so many amazing things. So many amazing things. I'm in such a better place now to actually help people because I've discovered that balance within myself, like I said in number one. It's like, how could you see problems anywhere? Because now I see none of it's a problem. It's all perfect. It's all part of this incredible story that we're all a part of this intricate, expansive orchestration. It's an incredible song, and I love it. And I don't want to ascend into some other dimension. Right here is the most incredible place to be. I love it. And that's why I'm here. I'm so powerful, and so are you, that if you didn't want to be here and you actually wanted to be somewhere else, you would be. Seriously, that's what I've learned. You would be. So the fact that we're right here, right now, the fact that you're you in all of your glory, in all of it, this is the best place to be. And that's what I personally think is what the whole new earth ascension is about. To me, it's not about getting somewhere else. It's about finally being here now and realizing that this really is such an incredible place. I love it here. It feels so good to be in a human body and to move around and have conversations. I love the struggle. I love the pain. I love that sometimes I wake up and I don't feel well. It's amazing. I love that. And now, because I've unlocked that true unconditional love, I get to finally give the gift of myself. And that's what I've been trying to give since day one. I was always trying to give myself to others. And I know that you are too. You're special. You have very unique gifts, talents, skills, a very special vibrational emphasis from source that is uniquely yours. And we get to tell the story of our life and co-create with all these other people and incredible relationships. And I just want to let you know that you have no idea how big of an impact you are making just by being here as yourself. So don't worry so much. You don't need to change everything. You don't need to work super hard to be valuable. All you got to do is be yourself, and you're doing that regardless. So relax, enjoy the ride, give the gift of yourself. Those are the 3 steps in towards manifesting and achieving better relationships via the law of attraction and vibrational mechanics.